So I really don't think that this famous TikTok dancer expected in her lifetime to be dancing her way into a freaking Hollywood cult. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the true crime story of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And for this one, we can thank Sloan. I was perusing, chilling out, surfing the YouTubes, and his video, the thumbnail came up, and I saw the title, and I was like, interesting, I want to learn more. So I did a little bit of basic digging, and I thought, ooh, I want to know even more. And I thought, you know what? Let's do a video where we learn together. Yes, there is a famous TikTok dancer that allegedly, according to the family, might be held hostage by a Hollywood Christian cult of some kind. What the deuce is going on? What does that even mean? I'm going to break it down. Before I do so, though, if you love true crime on the daily, I am certainly your channel for it. So do me a favour, will ya? That subscribe button below, smash the hell out of it. And whilst you're at it, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And let's jump into it, shall we? So this article I found from Gawker. And the title is pretty much bang, straight to the point. Is this TikToker being held hostage by a Christian Hollywood cult? Because her family hadn't seen her since freaking January 2021. Now, let me put it to you straight here, right? I don't have a sister, but I've got a brother, right? And okay, yeah, my farts do stink. Okay, fine. But to be fair, if I hadn't seen my brother for over a freaking year, I'd be like, dude, I know that my farts stink, but seriously, where the hell are you? Why aren't you around? Why haven't I seen you for over a year? Alarm bells would certainly be ringing, so I understand their concern. Now, the sister of the TikTok star that's allegedly being held hostage is another popular TikToker named Melanie Wilkin. Now, she's alleging that her sister and former collaborator Miranda Derrick is being held hostage by this cult entertainment management firm since January 2021. And I gotta think, well, how did her sister get into contact with this management firm in the first place? I wonder, right? Maybe we'll learn more about it as we go along. So they were born in Michigan. They started on a YouTube account, but they made the switch to TikTok in 2020. They got over 3 million followers over there. They did sister-centric dances. It was all giggly, fun, bubbly, that kind of thing. They did vlog-style content together. I mean, it looks all fun. I won't play it for copyright reasons, but I have seen a couple of them. And yeah, they look fun. They look bubbly. They look innocent. It's two sisters who are just having fun. Can't say anything more than that. Nice, all right? However, looks like this cult entered the fray and split them up. So the Melanie and the parents, they went onto Instagram Live recently, and they're alleging that this organisation called 7M Films, which apparently is an offshoot of a Pentecostal sect that believes something called the Seven Mountain Mandate, which we're going to go over in a minute, is holding Miranda hostage. Now, this mandate is based on a selective reading of the Bible verse of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 2, from which a group of self-proclaimed apostles have a plan rooted in biblical prophecy, and I could get my teeth back in, to invade every sphere of life as we know it. Okay, that sounds quite insidious. Not entirely welcoming, but what else do they say? So according to followers of 7M, there's 7 key facets, right? Hence the number 7, right? So it's education, religion, family, business, government, entertainment, and media. You think they missed anything out? I don't want... Do you know what? Believe what you want to believe, right? You've got that freedom. I respect it, okay? Fine. But for me, personally, if I don't want religion in my life, I'm not going to have it in my life, right? And the last thing I want someone to do is force it on me. Tell them to bog off, with all due respect. And be like, you believe what you want to believe, I'll believe what I want to believe. Okay? And that's it. So already, when I'm reading this, it's like basically their plan for freaking world domination. Here, this is scary. And even more scarier, it is apparently their job to get rid of those institutions of demons and witchcraft. Well, firstly, not all witches are bad. You do have, I believe they're termed as white witches, which is good. That means they're good witches, if that makes sense. That's my limited understanding, of course. But this is scary. This is scary because this could mean anything. Like, they could just turn around and be like, you got demons in your institution. You must be destroyed. You have witchcraft in your institution. You must be destroyed. Harkens back to the freaking Salem witch trials is where my mind's going at the moment. And that was crazy. It was insane. It was evil, right? This, to me, it's like, this is evil. This is what they're trying to do is evil. I'm sorry. Really is. Because they could label anyone a demon or witchcraft and be like, you're demon, you're witchcraft. We get rid. Scary. Scary. Now, apparently, these apostles have already made it to the freaking White House. One of Trump's advisors, who was a spiritual advisor, Paula White, was a 7M freaking devotee. And now apparently they've set their sights on TikTok themselves. So a day later on TikTok, Melanie shared a video of her estranged sister Miranda dancing in a field to Billy Joel's My Life, annotated with a plea that her sister is in the shadowy and secluded LA-based cult with no control over social media. Again, I can't play for copyright, but this is it here. Miranda has responded to her family's allegations on her Instagram stories, saying that her sister Melanie kicked her out of the 3.1 million follower TikTok account that she originally started and had Melanie join. She stopped speaking with her family because they called the cops on her then black boyfriend, now husband and dance partner, James Derrick, when she moved in with him, not because she was forbidden from contacting them by 7M Films. Now, she also wrote, I can speak for James and our friends who are in 7M, that they do speak to their families. So what you guys have heard about 7M dancers not speaking to their families is a complete lie. It's just a unique situation with my family. Now, this to me, right, is dodgy. Do you know why? Because Miranda's not on video right now, live saying this. This is just a text. This is just a text of words, right? That realistically, you could reasonably think that there is a possibility that this 7M, right, has access to her social media. Reasonably consider that possibility. Whether that's true or not is another thing. But cults, as cults go, you can reasonably think they've got access to a person's social media and be able to post anything on there as if they were the owner, right? So when I look at this, right, I think, hang on a minute, was that really her that posted this? You see where I'm coming from? And I know it's kind of not the same thing as such, but, you know, the Free Britney movement, when Britney were posting this, that, and the other, we all questioned, is that really Britney that's posting that? You know, the things when not the video, but like the text, without seeing Britney herself, when it was just normal text posts on Instagram, we were thinking, is that really Britney? Well, here we go. Is this really Miranda? I would give it more credibility if she actually did a video. So it is literally, we know it's from Miranda. You see where I'm coming from? She says, to everyone who's reached out asking if I'm okay and involved in a religious cult, thank you so much for your concern, but I'm not involved in a religious cult. And regarding the statement saying that none of us are speaking to our family, here we go. She says all that again. But this, it's all text. It's all text. This could have been posted by anyone. You see where I'm coming from? She says, I didn't want to go to my papa's funeral because I was afraid that I would be held captive in Michigan. I didn't feel safe with my dad. What? Like, that doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, but I don't have a dad. If my mum passed away, regardless of the situation, I'm going. It's my flesh and blood. Like, she gave birth to me, like, the reason I'm here. I'm going my dead parents' funeral, you know what I mean? For her to say that she's not going to her dad's funeral because she feels that she'd be held captive in Michigan, to me it's like, where the hell have you got that from? Why would you think that way? Why would you think that way? That don't make sense to me. She says, I went back for my things at my old apartment by myself. It was my mum, dad, and I at the apartment. We talked and they tried to get me to stay and not go and live with James, and I already had made my decision. My decision was final. And then it got to a point where the conversation was just going in circles, so I wanted to get out of there. I got in my car and I was ready to back up and leave, and they actually physically held me back and harassed me. My dad opened up the trunk of my car and grabbed my purse that I wouldn't have my license to drive. I had to forcefully grab my purse back and tried to shut the trunk of my car. I then got back in the driver's seat and my dad took his car and blocked me in my own driveway. And my mum was holding my arm, speaking out to me and reading what a cult meant and said that I was part of one. I didn't want to speak about these things because honestly it's embarrassing, but I'm forced to talk about family issues publicly by my own family. Well, no disrespect, but if that actually happened, then your family was holding you against your will, and then wouldn't you then want to report that to the police? Why wouldn't you want to do that, right? It doesn't add up. Am I being stupid? Am I being insane here? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you see where I'm coming from? It don't add up. And like I say, the simple fact this is text, I cannot believe 100% that this is from Miranda at the moment, because anyone could have done this. So Derrick had also posted a response saying it all started with a white beautiful woman moving in with a poor black man from Compton that the parents did not approve of. I get it. I was renting a room and had no car. I was a divorced man with a son. They got married, joined a management company that helped him to become successful in a matter of months, referring to 7M Films. He clarified to his followers that 7M is not a religious non-profit organization, but a secular for-profit company run by people who have faith in God, and that the organization manages his books and helps with taxes and finances. It is their job to manage, control our books and schedules. This is not a cult activity. It's called doing business. However, earlier on, we find out that part of their main existence, that their main thing to do in this world is to get rid of institutions that are full of demons and witchcraft. And dude there is saying that it's secular. I know secular. I am secular. I'm an atheist. Tell you something. That ain't it, dude. 7M ain't it. I'm telling you that right now. Wow. It says this is not a cult activity. It's called doing business. Wow. The mental gymnastics on this dude at the moment is nuts. Now, all said, it's unclear, the article says, if the Wilkin family is being held hostage by hateful ideology, or if the prodigal daughter, Miranda, has been recruited into a biblical kind of cult. The only thing that's certain, Gawker says, is that this girl can really dance. And again, I won't be able to play it for copyright reasons, but you know, I mean, just look at her stance there, like, you know, a poise. She's proper like, yes, I am so for the dancing situation, you know, fair play. And her face is so expressive as well. I love that. I love it. When I dance, I mean, you guys know, if you know, you see me on Alter Nerd Live, the Alter News weekly live streams, like I'm like, this is my extent to dancing, just waving my hands up and being like, do you know what? Dance floor be damned. It is all my freaking territory. And I'm just like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Shaking it all, just shaking anything that shakes, which is pretty much everything at the moment, which I'm proud of, to be fair. But yeah, I love this, right? She looks like a proper dancer. I've seen some of her dances. She is proper dancing. But yeah, this is where the story is to be essentially continued at this point, because to me it's proper unclear. How do I put this? Based on, although my mind is so ready to change if needs be, if evidence is presented to prove otherwise. Based on what I know at the moment with what was discussed in regards to 7M and their mission statement, sounds a bit cultish to me. Let's put it that way. And a daughter turning around and saying, I'm not going to go to my father's funeral because I'm afraid that you're going to hold me hostage. My family's going to hold me hostage. That's not normal. That's not normal, okay? So my alarm bells are certainly ringing. And my instinct is saying, yeah, something is wrong with this picture, right? Whether she's held against her will or not, I don't know. But this organization is certainly sus. Definitely sus. Definitely sounds a little bit cult-like with the whole thing of demons and witchcraft going on. But if I was to kind of like be like, okay, which side of the fence am I on at the moment? Do you know what? I do think at this stage she has been suckered in to 7M. This Christian Hollywood cult. Her mind has been turned, I would say at this point. To the point where, you know, she is saying these really bizarre things. Like I said, the example with her father's funeral and why she wasn't going. That's not normal. You don't say that. It's as if she's being turned against her family. That's the thing that I'm getting from it, right? And we know cults are very, very adept, very, very good at turning their cult members against their family. So I would say at this point that, yeah, there is a reasonable kind of thing to be worried about Miranda. I would certainly say so. And to really give this 7M a little bit of the side eye and be like, yo, dudes, what the deuce, right? It's, yeah, very, very strange. I really do think that she has been suckered into a cult-like atmosphere, something very cultish, let's say. I do think it's reasonable to think that we should be worried for her at this point. And yeah, that's kind of where I stand at the moment now, knowing a little bit more about the story. But what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Any and all comments, pop them down below. And if you haven't done so already and you love your daily true crime, dudes, this is where it's at. My channel, Stef The Alter Nerd. So do me a favor, smash the L out of that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And until the next time, you guys, laters.